What's good, guys? JTar with another video here for you. Kind of something different today. So I'm gonna do top 3 things I hate about my McLaren. It's a 2017 570S. I've had it for probably about a year now. Being in Minnesota and everything, I only get to drive it for certain months of the year. And unfortunately, with quarantine and coronavirus going on right as our season starts, we're on lockdown. But with that being said, let's get into the video. 3 things I hate about this car. Not hate. 3 things I wish the car didn't have or didn't happen to. The first thing being said, this thing I'll actually say I hate about my car. The one thing I actually hate is gonna be the freaking brake squeals I get when the brakes are not warmed up. McLaren, you have got to figure this out. Well, I guess I can't really say I blame McLaren, but obviously brakes are huge, they're beautiful, they're carbon ceramics. Won't complain, they're red. They do their job, they're fantastic, but they squeal. And I don't know if it depends on the car that you have, if you just get lucky, if you get unlucky. I've talked to McLaren, I've talked to my local, other supercar owners, stuff like that. They say they just need to be heated up. And I've gotten the tip of driving fast, slamming on the brakes, and it should take care of the squeal. I've done it, it helps, but it does not get rid of the squeal. Another person that hates the squeal right here is this person. Every single time the brakes squeal, oh my gosh, that's so loud. Was it ever that bad? And I'm like, I know, I get it. It's loud, it's terrible. When I think of brake squeal, I think of a car that's gone wrong. And a lot of people that don't know about, squealy brakes and whatnot, I have seen so many cars that have carbon ceramic brakes and they don't squeal. So I don't understand if it's just my car, if it's the luck of the draw, but my brakes squeal. And with Minnesota, there's no chance for them to warm up. Even on our summer days, the hottest it gets is maybe 80 degrees. After getting my little brake rant out of there, second thing I don't hate, it's just kind of inconvenient and I wasn't expecting it. With driving this car, coming from the R8, the R8 felt stable. I couldn't feel anything. It felt like you were completely solid, intact, everything like that. With this car, it's kind of the opposite. I do need an alignment and a balance, so that might have something to do with it, but you feel everything with the car. And when you get to higher speeds, and especially being within Minnesota, the roads aren't that nice. There's so many bumps and cracks and everything on the road. This car makes you feel every single bump, every single crack, everything. Even Tabita has said she hasn't driven this car yet. That's going to be a video coming up soon. She has not driven this car yet. She drove the R8 a couple times. But even with her being in the passenger side, she said, you feel everything in this car. You don't feel that in the R8. And she makes some comments here and there, which makes me think she misses the R8 a little more than she likes the McLaren. But as soon as that door comes up, then that completely changes. So, whoa, 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 whoa. So, last thing I hate about my McLaren 570S. Not hate, remember, not hate, is the freaking sound. Ugh. So many people talk about how McLarens sound good, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I don't know if people talk about that, but I have people tell me it doesn't sound that bad. But keep in mind, my R8 was straight piped. It was a V10. It was roaring. I'll put clips here. Oh.
That's loud. Oh my God.
Yeah, so as you can see, like every car show I went to, everywhere I went, everyone would just freak out about the R8. It was custom straight pipe exhaust from Gintani. I'll put their links in the description below. They are absolutely insane. And it was actually the first R8 exhaust that they have made for the Gen 2 R8. It was insane. Like my neighbors would talk about it every single day. It was so loud. And the backfires literally were so loud. It was insane. Ask this woman right here. It was insane. Here. It doesn't sound terrible. It's cold right now too, so it's gonna be a little bit louder. It doesn't sound terrible. It just doesn't have that V10 roar. It's not terrible. I mean, especially with it being cold, it's not terrible, but the R8 would hurt your ears. Literally hurt. It sounds very good, especially for someone who's just getting into supercars and whatnot like that. But aftermarket wise, I've heard, you know, downpipes, tunes, stuff like that. I've thought about it. With McLaren not being, you know, close to me and having a dealership super close to me, it's just if one little thing goes wrong, keep in mind, I have to ship the car out to Chicago or wherever I can get into. So something is, you know, minor as like a tire pressure sensor. I have to ship the car off. That'll take at least like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't want to wait 2 or 3 weeks for a tire pressure sensor. It's like, I need to get it in Minnesota, but that's like the one thing I'm kind of iffy on with tuning and downpipes and stuff like that. It's going to be such a hassle if something goes wrong. Luckily, I haven't had any problems yet. You know, just simple stuff, routine maintenance, little quirks and stuff I was able to wait for, like in my first video when it went in for service and warranty work and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I absolutely love this car. I personally think, besides the sound and whatnot, it's my favorite car I've owned so far. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill on that one. If you guys have any questions about the car, about daily driving the car, living with the car, anything like that, I'd be happy to answer them. Leave a comment down below. And if you guys have any video recommendations you want to see, anything you want us to see, you want to see us doing, we're going to be a lot more active now that coronavirus is starting to slow down. But yeah, stay tuned for a big surprise coming up, and we will see you next video.